Hello and welcome to the morning sports briefing here on Monday, the 21st of June. Hi, I'm Paul and I'll be your host this morning. In the news today, we'll catch up on the Test cricket action with both the tour of South Africa to the West Indies, as well as the World Test Championship between the Black Caps and India. And we'll round out week 15 of the NRL action, as well as look at the A-League and give a report from the second semi-final there. We've also got finals action from the NBA, the NBL, and further basketball action for the regular season of the Sal's NBL. There's also netball action from yesterday, as well as golf with the US Open and LPGA action. And then in motorsport, we've had supercars and also Formula One so far this weekend. This is your best way to start the day up to speed with all of the important sports news. And let's crack on straight away with the netball. And over in the netball, one game yesterday as the Mystics comfortably beat the Pulse 64-51 in that one. That saw the Mystics keep the pressure on the Northern Stars. Northern Stars currently lead the table by just 1 point ahead of the Mystics in that one, who are ahead of Southern Steel. One more game today to round out, to finish off round 10 action, which is the Tactics taking on the Magic. That's at 7:15 p.m. this evening. Moving on then to the Sal's NBL, and over there we had two games yesterday. The Otago Nuggets absolutely thumped the Franklin Bulls 104-64. A very, very big win for them there to cement their fourth place in the table, which is the final, or the last of the final places, of the finals places. The Canterbury Rams also beat the Taranaki Mountaineers 92-68 to keep their finals hopes alive as well in that one. Over in the NBL, and the Melbourne United beat the Wildcats 83-74 to take a 2-0 lead in the best of five grand final there. So just one more win for Melbourne United will see them crowned as champions. Over in the NBA, and boy oh boy, it went right down to the wire. The Bucks beat the Nets 115-111 in overtime to win their series 4-3. So the Nets pushed them all the way in that one. That takes them through to the Eastern Conference Final. They'll find out who they face today as the 76ers take on the Hawks. That's at midday New Zealand time. Earlier than that, though, we'll have the Western Conference Finals kicking off with the Suns versus the Clippers. That's the first game there is at 7:30 a.m. this evening as they go into that 7-game series. Moving on then to the golf, and I'm going to hand you over to Andy Rice, our golf correspondent, who will take us through or bring us a report from the end of the third round of the US Open.
Again, and at the end of day 3 of the US Open Golf Championship at Torrey Pines near San Diego, Rory McIlroy and Bryson DeChambeau made their move, but Richard Bland's challenge faded sadly as the US Open's third round set up what is going to be a thrilling final day. Louis Oosthuizen holed an incredible 50-foot eagle putt across the 18th green to take a share of the lead with Russell Henley and Mackenzie Hughes of Canada on 5 under par. McIlroy, champion in 2011, shot a 4 under 67 and is 2 shots back alongside defending champion DeChambeau, who had a round of 68. Joint halfway leader Bland carded a 77 to sit on 1 over at the Torrey Pines course. Now, the 48-year-old Englishman, who won his first European Tour title back in May at the 478th time of asking, had shared the 36-hole lead with Henley at just his second US Open. The chasing pack features 17 players, all within 5 shots of the lead, and is stacked with potential winners. World number 3 Jon Rahm, my tip for this weekend, recovered from a double bogey on the 14th to post a 72 and end on 2 under, while top-ranked Dustin Johnson is 1 further adrift after a 68. Exactly 10 years to the day after McIlroy won his first major, the 2011 US Open, aged just 22, the Northern Irishman rolled back the years as his challenge in 2021 gathered pace. He birdied the second and 10th, then holed a 30-yard chip from the rough on the 12th to get to 2 under par. Another birdie followed on the par 5 13th after his 270-yard second shot cannoned off the flagstick. McIlroy fell back slightly after a wayward drive into a hazard, which led to his solitary bogey of the round on the 15th, but he rallied to birdie the par 5 18th and put himself firmly in the mix. Earlier, Ian Poulter sent a reminder to European Ryder Cup captain Padraig Harrington of his ability with a 3 under 68 to end the day on level par. Fellow Englishman Paul Casey is also level after a birdie on the 18th rounded off a truly excellent 67. Bland, 48, said he wanted to take on the gym goers of the weekend, but it was those athletic younger guys who made moves as Saturday unfolded. DeChambeau made the most impressive move as his bomb and gouge approach helped him post his first bogey-free round ever in a major. Birdies coming on the 1st, 6th and 13th, which left him looming dangerously in joint 4th. Brooks Koepka, meanwhile, struggled to make anything happen on Saturday, and he counted 3 birdies with 3 bogeys to finish the day as he started on level par.
Thank you very much, Andy, for that. The 4th round is live now. The leaders will all be teeing off over the next hour. So if you want to follow that live, you can do so. Otherwise, join us tomorrow morning for Andy's final report from the PGA, from the US Open in that one. The LPGA Tour is still continuing with the Major LPGA Classic. They're in the 4th round now. Korda is at 25 under. She's got a 3-shot lead over Maguire at 22 under. Lydia Ko really having a tough tournament, is down in 59th place at 8 under par. She's got one more hole to play in that one. Moving on then to the football, and in the A-League, the second semi-final was played on Saturday. Sydney FC beat Adelaide United 2-1, and they found out that we're playing Melbourne City, who beat Macarthur FC 2-0 in the other semi-final. Macarthur FC in their debut season made it to the semi-final, but couldn't quite go have the full fairy tale story of making it all the way. So Melbourne FC, Sydney FC will play Sydney FC next weekend. On to the rugby, and don't forget, folks, that the All Blacks test squad will be announced today. Do join us at 8 p.m. on Tuesday for the Drive and Maul show, where we'll go through that test squad and also look at the Maori All Blacks squad as well for the upcoming internationals. Rounding out week 15 then for the NRL, and 2 games yesterday. The Eels got a comfortable win over the Bulldogs, 36-10, and the Sea Eagles comfortably beat the Titans 56-24. So 2 big wins there. Do join the Standoff show at 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening, where we'll go through all of the round 15 action and preview week 16. Actually, no, it's a week off, isn't it? Due to the state of origin, so they'll be looking at state of origin on the show this week. Moving on then to the cricket, and over in the West Indies, and South Africa had posted 297 in their opening innings. The West Indies collapsed to 149 all out. Jermaine Blackwood with 49, top scored. Charles Hope with 43 was the only other person to get over 12 in there, with extras being the 3rd highest score in that one. The bowlers all shared the wickets there. South Africa in their second innings also struggled as well, and have slumped to 66 for 6 in this one. Rassie van Dusen with an unbeaten 22 or 22 not out is leading the way for them, but he's running out of partners pretty quick in this one, as as it looks like this is going to be a low-scoring and early-finishing Test match. South Africa lead by 215 runs at the end of day 3. Over in England and for the World Test Championship in Southampton between India and the Black Caps, and India were batting and looked in a good position until they lost Kohli early, who didn't add to his overnight score. He went and that reduced India to 149 for 4. Carl Jameson took the wicket, and he was the man who would cause all sorts of trouble, taking 5 wickets in the innings as India collapsed to 217 all out in this one. Southey and Bolt also chipped in with a couple of wickets, as did Wagner as well. But I say Jameson leading the way with 5 wickets in that one to reduce India to 217 all out. In response, New Zealand are 101 for 2. A good opening stand of 70 between Tom Latham and Devon Conway before Latham was out for 30. And towards the end of the day, Conway was out for 54. Means that there's 2 relatively inexperienced, or relatively new batsmen, sorry, not inexperienced, the most experienced batsmen actually, at the crease. Kane Williamson at 12 not out, and Ross Taylor has yet to score. So a similar position to India, if you think about that they lost their opening batsman, created a good start, but then lost them both close to each other, meaning that they had 2 batsmen who were who had to rebuild the innings after a good start, and that's what we're looking for the Black Caps to do in this one. Yes, it's the end of day 3, but don't forget that they have an extra day. So this will be a 6-day test, as the first day was lost to rain. Now you've started the best day. You have started the day the best way to with all the important sports news. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your weekend, folks. Sorry, to your week, folks. I've got a bit of a head cold and not really fully with it, but hope you are all very well and stay safe.